please remain seated. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Caraway is presiding.
Good morning.
Can you all please stand for the flag salute?
I pledge allegiance
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
have a seat. Good morning to you all. I'm glad I can be able to see all of you in the jury box. I'm Judge Corey Caraway, and I would like to welcome all of you that are present this morning, both here in this courtroom, our second courtroom, and via Zoom. At this time, I would like to introduce those in our courtroom. We have Court Service Specialist Katie Roner via Osborne, and our security today is going to be handled by Julian Yang. And our court reporter here is Janine Alexander. On behalf of all of the judges and commissioners here at the Butte County Superior Court, I would like to thank the selected grand jurors for being here today. We are very happy to have you participate in our impanelment ceremony today. The selection of the Butte County grand jury has been delayed due to COVID-19. In a resolution passed in August of 2020 by the Butte County Board of Supervisors, it positioned a transitional grand jury for an extended term will now end in June of 2022. Due to the requirement of social distancing, we have grand jurors present here in this courtroom, in a second nearby courtroom, and some participating via Zoom. The 2019-2020 grand jury was previously discharged, and the 2019-2020 grand jury report was released on June 26th of 2020 and is now available on the Butte County website at www.buttecounty.net. Madam Clerk, please call the roll of the new 2021-2022 grand jury panel.
Ms. Jennifer Mercedes, here. Ms. Glenna Akers, here. Mr. Mitchell Bancroft. Ms. Pamela Beauchamp, here. Mr. Thomas Brooks. Ms. Cheryl Campbell. Mr. Stephen Dunbar.
Here.
Mr. Joseph Pizzaro Jr.
Here.
Mr. Douglas Brandt.
Right here.
Thank you. Ms. Pamela Hartley.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Stephen Hartzell.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Edmund Callahan.
Here.
Thank you. Ms. Barbara Hubler.
She's here.
Ms. Judith Jacoboni.
Here.
Ms. Melinda
Jacobson. Here.
Thank you.
Mr.
Mr.
Ashok
Kanchandani.
Here.
Mr. Michael Moore.
Here.
Thank you. Ms. Kelly Knox.
Here.
Thank you. Ms. Leslie
Costas.
Ms.
Ms.
Geraldine
Mahood. Here.
Mr. Mark Menard.
Right.
Thank you.
Ms. Ann Moakley. Mr. Gary Nugis.
Here.
Mr. David Hay.
Here.
Ms. Ann Russell. Mr. Ronald Tackett. Here. Mr. Paul Weber.
Here.
Thank you.
Mr. David Westfall.
Here.
Thank you. Ms.
Erin
Woolridge?
Woolridge. Here. Okay. Mr. Mitchell Bancroft.
Here.
Thank you. I have a few names that may be in the other courtroom and they may not have heard me, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat those names who did not call here from this courtroom. So just so you know what we're doing at this time. Ms. Cheryl Campbell. She's here. Okay. Ms. Barbara Hubler. She's here too. Ms. Judith Giacoboni. Here. That's very helpful. Mr. Ashok Kanchandani. Here. Ms. Geraldine Mahood. Here. Mr. David Pegg.
Here.
Here. Ms. Ann Russell. Mr. Ronald Tackett. Here. Ms. Erin Woolridge. Here.
That was Miss Ann Russell. I just sent her back to room 4.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, we're going to take just a little bit of time to let Ms. Russell get situated in our extra courtroom, and then we will begin proceedings again. All right, I think at this time we have all grand jurors present. So at this time, I would like everybody to please raise their right hand to be sworn for the voir dire examination. Madam Clerk, please administer the voir dire oath.
Do you solemnly swear that you will well and truly answer such questions as may be asked you touching upon your qualifications to act as grand juror for the ensuing term?
Madam Clerk, can you please acknowledge that the jurors participating via Zoom and those in the second courtroom have responded, I do?
Can you please raise your hand in the other courtroom if you have said I do? Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Brunner. All right, you are now all under oath, and I will now conduct a voir dire exam pursuant to California Penal Code Section 893. Is anyone not a citizen of the United States? I see no hands raised in this courtroom. Has anyone been convicted of a felony? I see no hands raised in this courtroom. Is there anyone here that does not read and write the English language fluently? I see no hands raised in this courtroom. Madam Clerk, can you please acknowledge that none of the jurors participating via Zoom or those in the second courtroom answered yes to this question?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our 5 carryover grand jurors from the 2019-2020 grand jury, who will be the first 5 active jurors for our 2021-2022 grand jury. We have Mr. Stephen Dunbar. Thank you. Ms. Barbara Hubler. I believe she's in the second courtroom. Ms. Geraldine Mayhood. Mr. David Pegg.
Yes.
And Ms. Erin Woolridge.
Yes.
Madam Clerk, at this time, please draw 14 names from the grand jury wheel to select the remaining active grand jurors.
Ms. Judith Jacob Bonnie. Ms. Glenna Akers. Ms. Linda Jacobson. Mr. Stephen Hartzell. Ms. Kelly Knox. Ms. Leslie Costis. Mr. Edmund Holohan. Ms. Jennifer Aceves. Thank you. Mr. Mitchell Bancroft. Mr. Gary Nugis. Mr. Michael Knorr. Ms. Ann Moakley. Mr. Mark Menard. Mr. David Westfall.
All right, we have now drawn the names of the 19 active grand jurors. We will now move on to selecting the alternates. Madam Clerk, please draw the remaining 10 names as alternates to establish the order of selection to fill any future vacancies.
Mr. Ashput Pansudani. Mr. Thomas Brooks. Ms. Pamela Beauchamp. Ms. Pamela Hartley. Mr. Paul Weber. Mr. Douglas Grant. Ms. Ann Russell. Ms. Cheryl Campbell. Mr. Ronald Tackett. Mr. Joseph Insero Jr.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. To our 2021-2022 grand jury alternates. You are now alternates for the extended term, which will end in June of 2022. In the event a grand juror must resign, thereby creating a vacancy, you will be notified of the selection for impanelment in the order just drawn. We have additional information regarding serving as an alternate. Please see the deputy located by the doors for this information before you leave the courtroom. I would like to extend my gratitude to each of you for your willingness to serve on the grand jury as an alternate. At this time, you are now excused, and we will take a brief recess.